So, what did I just watch? No, really, what, what did I just watch? I mean, it, it looks like Blazblue, but I'm not feeling it for some reason. I mean, it's just... Alright, before I begin, awkward camera angle is going to be awkward. I burned my thumb, so there's not much I can do about that. But, Blazblue Ultra Memory Episode 1. What's up? Because... Alright, so, going into this Blazblue anime, I thought the only thing that I would have to really think about, like think in depth about, is how well it adapted the story of Calamity Trigger. God, it's been so long since I've played that game. But I don't know how far they're going. It looks like they're going all the way to Continuum Shift. But no, the one after that, not Chrono Phantasma, but those little in between games with Aurelius and all those. That's how far it looks like they're going, but it just doesn't. It's just not working. I mean, so I thought for those of you who haven't played the games, the first game did a horrible job of presenting its story. There was... Okay, so what you had to do to get to the next story, you picked a character, you went through the story, alright? You had little options in the story that led you to different endings, like, depending on what you picked. The problem with Continuum Shift, there was a lot of them. A lot. And just somehow how bad it was. It was so bad they actually had to apologize for it in the next game. I'm not kidding either. Go watch the little help me Kokonoe things. In the first one, she actually apologized to the player, saying, "Yeah, we kind of went overboard with that." So I thought the most important thing to pay attention to during this Blazblue anime adaptation was how well they retold the story of Continuum Shift, because it was just really sort of poorly put together. But I have another concern now, and that concern is why does this just feel so wrong? Okay, let me explain to you what the situation is, what it is. So, it feels like talking to a guy who is clearly, special needs, or a little office rocker, but he's a nice guy, and he's like sort of asking you for money so that he can go into the restaurant fast food place you just came out of to buy something. Now you want to give the guy money, all right, but just to talk with him is so weird, because you come up to him and he's like, whoa, slow down, man, you just scared the shit out of me. And then he speaks real softly and stutters a lot, so if you lean in closer or you say, like, speak up, like, he gets all nervous and jumpy and shit, and it's like, you get the point. It's just fucking weird. And yes, overly specific example is overly specific, but that's not the point. The point is, these scenes just don't... Yeah, they don't flow together. Not in the slightest. I mean, maybe I was focusing too much on my burnt damn finger, but when I was watching this anime, was watching this episode, and Jin got the message that Ragna is within Kagutsuchi, and like he leaves it like you know, evil psychotic voice is evil, and he just leaves the office. 2 or 3 scenes later, we see Hazama and Noelle getting out the ship, and it's like, so regarding Jin Kisaragi going missing. I'm just like, whoa, when did you guys say he went missing? Like, I know the story. I know the story that he went missing, but I was like, you guys didn't really show that he went missing very well. And it's just, these scenes don't flow together, and it's just like, maybe it's because I haven't played the game in so long, but there's just some scenes I'm like, did they really meet like that? It's like, was Taokaka really on the ground when he met her? Like, it could possibly be that way, I'm not sure. But honestly, I do not remember that. And to watch it just felt so weird. And the dub casting, what am I stupid? The casting for this. Now, I didn't watch the Blazblue. No, I didn't play Blazblue in Japanese, so someone please tell me if these are the original voice actors. But I'm gonna put this on. They bring nothing to the table. Take a drink. Oh, that's good generic crap. The voice actors do not really bring any special, I want to say talents, but that's not exactly the right word, but, they don't bring any sort of kick or flavor to the voice acting. It's just sort of boring. I mean, like, when Jin showed up to meet Ragna in this episode, I'm like, so like, you're supposed to be crazy, right? And it's like, I don't know if it's because they're cutting the conversation just really short, but I wasn't really buying Jin being, batshit. I'm just kind of like, I mean, in the dub of the game, Jin is like crazy fun, or like fun crazy, or whatever, however you want to phrase that. But in this, he's just kind of like, it's just kind of dull, and that goes for all of them. I mean, Taokaka, Hakumen. Oh my god, I was very disappointed with Hakumen, who's just kind of like, and the characters just sort of like pop up. Just, I don't know. They sort of pop up out of nowhere. Granted, they do that in the show, but it's like there's no build up to the introductions. Like when Ragna got to downstairs and the Azure Gamora started like quivering with fear, Hakumen should have showed up out of the shadows, big dramatic. But no, he was just kind of there. But I think that's pretty much all I have to say about the bad things. Scenes don't really flow together. Voice acting is kind of meh. And I forgot the last thing. And the scenes are very awkward. But the good things include, it's nice to see this city finally animated and moving around. I mean, it really, really, because the light novel story of the light novel type story of the games, nice, but it is really nice to see all these backgrounds and like these giant ships, and you can really appreciate how much detail they put into the city, the buildings, the interiors of the buildings. I mean, and it's very colorful. I love the colors in this. So, the best thing so far is this show's art style. And also the art style is kind of a problem because the character models just look boring. I mean, it's like, I don't know what it is, but I think there's too much white space. There's too much empty space between the eyes. Between the eyes from down here ish. There's a little too much space. It's just kind of sitting there, and it gives them all kind of this very uninteresting look. Like, not them themselves looking very uninterested, but they just kind of look boring. It's like, I would have appreciated something a little bit more closer to what we have in the games, or maybe something a little bit more stylized. But this is just kind of like, get a moderately good company to do faces that they probably use, like, that they probably use in every other show that they. Like, I feel like these if I go to the company, I don't know who did this animation, but if I look it up, I feel like if I look up any other shows they did, I feel like all the characters would have the same general face scheme that they're using for this. Now, granted, anime faces do repeat a lot because, you know, it's the style, but they just don't stand out from much of anything at all in the show, or in anime in general. So, but I will continue to be watching this show to make sure that it is at least a very faithful adaptation. But it's just going to be a very awkward thing to sit down and watch every week. I mean, it was even more awkward than watching the episode 1 of season 3 of Hajime no Ippo, because I'm only like 2 volumes into Ippo, which is fucking pathetic. That's literally 2% of the show, so I was just kind of like, whoa, Dad's dead, what's going on here? But that's my own fault. But I want to know the full story, because I've only played Continuum Shift and I barely beat that game because the storyline is just horrific. I've basically gone through everything in Continuum Shift, Calamity Triggers, and I haven't played any of the other games with Aurelius and all them. So it'll be interesting to see the stuff I missed, but I don't know what to say because it's just so bizarre to look at. But what did you guys think of this episode? Was it as awkward as you was for me? Because it was really damn awkward. Matter of fact, let me scroll down and look at some of these comments. So from these comments, a lot of them look like, it looks like they're enjoying it, but I don't know, I'm just kind of thrown out of it. But, I don't know, did you enjoy it? Let me know. Peace.